Hey everyone, I'm diving into the spicy world of Hot Ones Pringles today, trying out 3 flavors: Verde, Barbacoa, and Rojo. These chips are inspired by the hit show Hot Ones and their Los Calientes hot sauce line, so I'm expecting some serious flavor and some heat. I'll taste them one at a time, break them down with some pros and cons for each, help you decide which ones are worth grabbing. Alright, let's get started with the first flavor, Verde. Alright, I'm popping open the Verde can first. These are supposed to pack a zesty punch with serrano and habanero chilies. It's inspired by the Hot Ones Los Calientes Verde sauce. Here we go. Very green. Wow. Hey, the flavor hits immediately. It's got this smoky, tangy vibe. Kind of reminds me of salsa verde, with like a bright citrusy kick from what I'm guessing is probably the apple cider vinegar. Okay. Well, the heat builds slowly, starting at the tip of my tongue, and it's creeping up to a solid low to medium spice. Maybe a 3 out of 10 on the spice. So it's like intense at first, but not overwhelming, which is great for a snack you want to keep munching on. All right, I'm gonna eat a few more of these and give you a pros and cons. Alright, so first the pros. The flavor is bold and complex. It's got a great balance of smokiness and zest that makes each chip super craveable. The heat is legit for a mainstream chip. Again, a good 3 out of 10, which is surprising for a basic over-the-counter chip that's not claiming to be something super crazy. In my opinion, it's living up to the Hot Ones name without being too punchy. It's also got a unique profile that stands out from your typical spicy snacks. I'd say it's definitely a crowd pleaser for anyone that likes a little bit of spice in their life. The cons. The spice can vary a bit from chip to chip. I don't know if you can see on camera, but this one's coated pretty good in that green powder, whereas the one on this side, very little. So each chip's going to be different. If you're sharing the can, passing it around, somebody's going to get some good flavor, or somebody's going to get something bland. So the inconsistency on flavor is there. Also, if you're not into tangy flavors like lime-like zing, might be a bit too much. The acid does catch up pretty quick, so maybe pace yourself, but overall, Verde is a winner in my book. A little spicy, a little flavorful, it's fun. Hot Ones Verde, well done. Next up, Barbacoa, which promises a smoky chipotle and jalapeno flavors with earthy herbs. Let's give it a try. This one's got a deep smoky taste right off the bat, like a barbecue sauce with a subtle kick. This flavor is more rich and savory with a touch of sweetness. Makes it feel familiar, but kind of unique. Maybe it's the texture that's making it so unique. The heat is way more mild than the Verde. I'm saying probably a 2 out of 10, and that's if you aren't a big spice person. More of a warm afterburn than a fiery blast. It's approachable, which is nice for folks who want flavor over face melting spice. I'm gonna eat a couple more and be back with some pros and cons. So on the pro side of this one, the smoky, earthy profile is actually quite satisfying, especially if you like barbecue style snacks. It's the mildest of the three, so it's great for all ages, anyone easing into spicy foods. The flavor feels well-rounded, and if you look, the powder is a little more consistent on these than the first can. I looked through probably 8 or 10 chips, and these two here were the most and least seasoning that I could find on a chip, and they're almost identical. So the consistency is there this time. The flavor feels well-rounded and doesn't overpower, making it easy to eat a whole stack. I think it would be good for pretty much anyone. Now, the cons. Honestly, it does taste a bit close to a regular barbecue chip, which might disappoint some Hot Ones fans expecting something bolder. The heat is underwhelming compared to sauce that it's based on, the barbacoa, and the texture is that of a basic Pringle chip. So, like a regular barbecue chip crossed with a Pringle. Kind of simple. If you're chasing a true Hot Ones experience, this might feel tame. Still, it's a solid chip for casual snacking, and I still like it. So, Hot Ones barbacoa, well done. Alright, last but not least, Rojo flavor, with its blazing jalapeno and smoky, savory herbs. Here we go. Ooh, right off the bat we have a broke one. That don't matter. I'm gonna grab a few out. Whoa, ooh, back. I was not expecting that. This one has a sharp sour kick right up front. It's almost like a Warhead's candy, but not as strong. Before the heat rolls in. There we go. All right. It's smoky and sweet, with Serrano and habanero chilies giving it a spicier edge than the barbacoa. Probably around a 2.5 to 3 out of 10. So, the flavor is bold, but that sourness is unexpected, and it kind of lingers. It's got a nice complexity though. It's got, with paprika and herbs, it really rounds it out in the end. You can see some inconsistency there on the flavor again. Alright, I'm going to eat a couple more and give you a pro and con on them. I was not expecting that sour. Alright, pros. The heat is solid, hotter than the barbacoa, but not as intense as the Verde. striking a nice middle ground. The smoky, savory notes are delicious and make it stand out from your typical spicy chip. It's got that Hot Ones vibe going, delivering a punch that's fun without being brutal. The cons. The sourness is a bit polarizing. It might not click for everyone, and I found it hard to eat more than a few chips at a time. The heat also feels less consistent than the Verde, with some chips barely having spice, others packing a surprising punch, as you saw earlier. If you're not a fan of tart flavors, you might want to skip these ones. Still, it's a tasty option for those who like a sweet and a spicy combo. So, in the end, Hot Ones, Rojo, you did okay. So there you have it. My take on the Hot Ones Pringles Trio. Verde stole the show for me with its bold, zesty flavors and solid heat that lives up to the Hot Ones name. Barbacoa is a safe bet for a milder taste, but feels a bit too much like a standard barbecue chip, and Rojo brings a unique sour, spicy mix. But the tartness might not be for everyone. If I had to pick one, Verde's the champ, but all three are worth a try if you're a spice fan. So, grab a can, test your taste buds, and let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. And while you're at it, hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for joining me on the spicy journey. Stay crunchy. Chipmunk out.